So is Old Tappan, New Jersey on your home shopping list? Next up, I'm talking all the things. I'm talking real estate. We're going on a neighborhood tour, amenities and schools, and all the things you want to know about Old Tappan, New Jersey. That's all coming up next. Hey, so what's going on, everybody? I'm Bob Dzienis with eXp Realty here in Bergen County in northern New Jersey. Thanks so much for tuning into my channel today. I really appreciate it. And if you want to know more about real estate here in Bergen County in northern New Jersey, make sure to click that subscribe button below, but also click the bell to get reminded because every week I post a new video on Fridays. And if you like what you see today, go ahead and give me a like as well. It helps grow the channel, it helps support the channel, so I really appreciate you liking and subscribing. So today I'm talking about Old Tappan, New Jersey. It's one of the 10 towns here in the Pascack Valley of Bergen County. It's a great town. It has some wonderful, wonderful open space, beautiful architecture, got some great amenities as well. And if you're not familiar with where Old Tappan, New Jersey sits, it's actually at the very northern tip of Bergen County here in the Pascack Valley. It sits right along the Rockland County border of New York State. And if you like some beautiful properties and just some open space, then Old Tappan, you might want to put it on your home shopping list. So first up, let's talk about real estate specifically. The town itself has about 6,000 residents or so. It's definitely sparsely suburban. You're really going to get some good, nice, large properties potentially. It doesn't have like a huge center of town necessarily, like a Ridgewood, New Jersey, for instance. So if you're looking for a little bit more of a quieter atmosphere, Old Tappan could be a great choice for you. The typical median home value is around $790,000. But like any town, you definitely can find some properties below that as well as above that price range. And in Old Tappan, you're definitely going to find various types of architecture, from larger colonials, smaller colonials. You'll find some ranches, you'll find some bi-level, split level, even some mid-century modern types of homes as well you can find here. The typical rents are around $2,200 or so, and that's usually for a one-bedroom, one-bath type of situation. If you're looking for homes that you might want to rent or a townhouse, your prices for rents could actually be higher than that. Average taxes tend to be about $17,000 or so. So again, depending on your amenities and lot size and all the things, your taxes actually could be higher or lower, just depending on many, many factors, obviously. You also can find some condo and townhouse developments in Old Tappan as well. So it really could be a great opportunity to possibly downsize, or if you're kind of in that retirement phase, you could potentially find some townhouses or condos if you're considering downsizing. All right, so that gives you some basic real estate statistics of Old Tappan. So let's go jump in the car now. Let's go take a look at some of the beautiful homes. All right, next up, let's talk about some of the amenities that are available in Old Tappan. So first thing I want to mention is one of the main drags of Old Tappan is Old Tappan Road. It's kind of the main drag that will take you through the town and then up into Rockland County, New York. And one of the things that you'll see on Old Tappan Road is the Bi-State Plaza. It's a small shopping center. You're definitely going to find some restaurants there. There's a bank, there's CVS, and of course there's a Starbucks, so if you need that caffeine fix, it's available to you there. There used to be a grocery store, it's no longer there, but if you need groceries, you can go right to Northvale, which is right next door, so there's a shop right there. But all of your basic amenities, you just have to drive right to the Bi-State Plaza. They're pretty much there available to you. Also, since you're so close to the Rockland County, New York border, you can take Old Tappan Road into Tappan, New York, which is not Old Tappan, it's Tappan, New York, and make your way to Route 303, and there you can find Lowe's and various shopping centers as well. Also, what you'll see on Old Tappan Road is bikers. And I don't mean motorbike bikers, what I mean is just people riding bicycles. And bicycle hobbyists, they tend to make their way into Rockland County, so they use Old Tappan Road to bring them into Piermont, New York, or Nyack, New York, and make their way into that area. So you'll see them kind of going back and forth, up and down, north and south on Old Tappan Road. Also, if you're a golfer, there is a golf course in town as well. It's just 9 holes. It's actually managed by the borough of Old Tappan. It is a membership course, so if you're a resident, you actually get a discounted rate. Or if you're a non-resident, you're gonna pay a little bit more, but it's not too badly priced if you're a golfer. Also, if you like walking and nature and being outdoors, you're definitely going to want to check out the Bonneville Nature Center. They have a small little parking lot. They have picnic tables. You're right by the brook as well, so nice water is streaming by. You can sit, relax, just take in nature, or just go for a walk along the trails. It's a really, really beautiful little park. All right, next up, let's talk about commutability from Old Tappan, New Jersey. So if you need to get into New York City and you're looking for public transportation, Old Tappan actually doesn't have a lot of options for you. You basically have the bus, which is the Rockland Coaches bus, and that bus actually makes its way kind of down the Northern Valley and eventually will get you into the Port Authority at 42nd Street in New York City. It's not an express bus like you can find with New Jersey Transit and some of the other towns, but there is public transportation available through Rockland Coaches. Keep in mind there's no train line that's in Old Tappan, so the normal train line that's in the Pascack Valley is the Pascack Valley line, which is part of New Jersey Transit. There is no train station that's in Old Tappan, so you cannot get on the train. There are a couple of towns actually where you could go that have some public open parking potentially. But again, keep in mind there's no train line in Old Tappan, so you're gonna have to travel potentially elsewhere by driving and parking your car. So if you prefer to use your car, you definitely have options as well. If you make your way into Rockland County, you can definitely hit Route 87, which is the New York Thruway. That can take you to the Mario Cuomo Bridge, take you over to Westchester County. You also can cut through the Rockley area, Alpine area, and get you to 9W as well. And if you take 9W south, that's going to take you to Fort Lee, which is where the George Washington Bridge is. Now, if you're looking to get to, let's say, the Garden State Parkway or some of the major thoroughfares like Route 17 or Route 4, it's going to take you a little while to get to those roads. Old Tappan is definitely off the beaten path. It might take you about 15 minutes or so to drive from Old Tappan, kind of cut across the Pascack Valley and take you to the Garden State Parkway. Also, another commuting option could be is just driving your car to the Park and Ride in Montvale. It sits right on the Garden State Parkway. There you can park your car, you can pick up a coach bus as well. Those tend to be more express because they're on the Garden State Parkway. Eventually they hit Route 80 and some of the other major thoroughfares to get you maybe potentially quicker into the city. But in all honesty, if you really need a commuting town into New York City and you want to use public transportation, Old Tappan might not have all the options for you. And you might want to consider some of the towns along the Pascack Valley train line, because there you can find bus and train service as well, so you have more options. Okay, last thing to mention is the schools here in Old Tappan. The schools in Old Tappan get very, very good ratings actually. You're definitely going to want to check out niche.com, my go-to website for clients, or also check out edopportunity.org. That's another website you can check out as well. It's always important to do your research to make sure that the school systems and the schools themselves are going to meet your potential need. Old Tappan actually has one elementary school, which is called T. Baldwin Elementary. Then there's one middle school, which is the Charles DeWolf Middle School. And then finally for high school, it's known as the Northern Valley Regional High School. So not only do you have students attending from Old Tappan, but you have students coming from Northvale, Norwood, as well as Harrington Park. So definitely check out niche.com or edopportunity.org. Going to give you some great information on the schools in Old Tappan, New Jersey, if that's needed for you if you're considering a move here. All right, so there you go, some information on Old Tappan, New Jersey, one of the great towns here in the Pascack Valley of Bergen County. With its open space and amenities and just that quiet, nice country feel, you might want to put Old Tappan, New Jersey on that home shopping list. So listen guys, as usual, if you ever have questions whatsoever about real estate here in Bergen County or Northern New Jersey, definitely reach out anytime. Here's my information below. Feel free to reach out, send me a text or shoot me an email. Give me a call. I'm happy to answer any specific questions that you have about this beautiful area. So again, I'm Bob Dzienis with eXp Realty here in Bergen County and Northern New Jersey. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you next week with my next video.